And good evening. Scott's off tonight. I'm Jeff Glor. The new Congress was sworn in today with Republicans again in control of both the houses. But first, there was a fire to put out. It started when House Republicans attempted to weaken an ethics panel over the objections of their own leaders, and it turns out the president-elect. Congressional correspondent Nancy Cordes is on Capitol Hill.
Do you solemnly swear?
The first controversy of the 115th Congress came even before members were sworn in. House Republicans voted to gut the Office of Congressional Ethics, only to reverse themselves 19 hours later in the face of bipartisan condemnation. Virginia Republican Dave Bratt.
Part of it is the headlines where we were backing off on ethics. So that's not a good headline when it comes to messaging.
The White House called it revealing.
That's not draining the swamp.
The final straw came in the form of a social media scolding from President-elect Donald Trump, who urged his party to focus on tax reform, health care, and so many other things of far greater importance. That prompted an emergency meeting and an about-face.
It's been withdrawn. It's been withdrawn.
Republicans say they still intend to reform the office, which currently has the power to investigate anonymous complaints that can turn out to be baseless. Iowa's Steve King.
Jesus had the right to face his accusers. He asserted that before the high priest. Sure. And we're saying members of Congress shouldn't be. Why should Congress?
Some Democrats saw today's flip-flop as a gift. But Missouri's Emanuel Cleaver argued the episode hurt both sides.
Everybody is getting an avalanche of angry phone calls from around the country on this issue.
What are people saying?
Well, they're saying you guys are trying to remove any kind of ethical standards. You guys want to be able to do wrong and hide.
All right, so Nancy, what are the Republican priorities now?
Well, their first goal in this new Congress, Jeff, is to do away with Obamacare, something they've been trying unsuccessfully to do for years, but now have their shot with a Republican soon to be in the White House. So they're aiming to pass a bill by the end of the week that would make it easier for them to repeal the entire health care law within the next month or two. President Obama is coming up here to Capitol Hill tomorrow, urging Democrats to stand their ground, though, Jeff, it's not clear that they have much legislatively that they can do about it.
And Nancy, 34 senators sworn in today, as well as the entire House, of course. Can you talk about some of the new faces?
Well, there are some firsts here in the Senate. Kamala Harris of California is part Indian American. You have Catherine Cortez Masto of Nevada. She's the first Latina in the Senate. Liz Cheney is now a member of the House of Representatives, the daughter, of course, of former Vice President Dick Cheney. She's representing Wyoming. And Adriano Espaillat of New York was once an undocumented immigrant. That is a first for Congress, Jeff.
Nancy Cordes on Capitol Hill. Nancy, thank you very much.